Last week I quit my high-paying engineering job at Monday.com to have more time to do investing, both research of companies and creating content for you in my YouTube channel and my newsletter. This is why I did it. What's up investors, Sneer is here. I made the tough decision to leave a high-paying job to pursue other goals. If you ever been in a similar spot where you had to give up something to pursue your goals or dreams, and you want to have a peek on my thought process on that and why I made this decision, this video is for you. And I sure hope this video will age well when I look at it a few years away. By the end of this video, you will have my framework of thought about how to make this decision and how to decide when to make this crucial step. So without any more jabbering, let's get to the chase. The first thing I need to address is why do I need to leave my job at all? I've been creating investing content for a few months now, both in my newsletter and in my blog and even in this YouTube channel to some extent, and of course in some Twitter threads. But doing my own research on companies and deep research, as you can see in my newsletter and my blog, is taking a lot of time and it's really heavy duty. So on top of doing this research to create the content, writing the blog or recording the videos and producing this, editing the videos, editing the text that I publish because I want it to be really readable, it's becoming too much and I don't have enough time. So I had to create the time for me. And the way to do it is just to work less at my day job. Now, I wanted to do part-time on my company, but it's not an option. So my only option was to quit at some point. Creating the investing content became very important for me for two reasons. The first is by creating the content, I sharpened my own thinking. Writing my own research, recording videos about my research, discussing my research and the concepts of investing in Twitter and in my blog, on Reddit even, it brought me great sharpening of thinking that I didn't have before I wrote about these kind of things in public. The second thing is the personal mission. For me, it was very important to have a positive impact on the world, doing something positive for other people. It drives me tremendously. So I saw that creating my content, I helped a lot of other people, and I really like this notion of that. Once it got clear to me that I have to quit, the only question was when. Because right now, with the job at Monday.com, I was able to create some content on the weekends, on evenings. I created some deep research, some videos, a lot of Twitter thread. I expanded my Twitter following from 0 to 1400. So I did got some job, but it was very slow. I needed to expand that. But the question is when to do it. When should I quit? The first thing to consider is to consider what I'm giving up by quitting. And by considering what I'm giving up, I know how to plan when to quit. The first thing is my base salary as a software engineer. So my salary is the normal salary for a senior engineer, maybe a little bit skewed to the top, which here in Israel is between $140,000 to $180,000. The second thing is the options package. As a Monday.com engineer, I got some stocks options in the company and we just filed for IPO, so we can get some sense of the valuation to know what the options that I'm leaving on the table are worth, and it seems like they are worth a couple hundred of thousands of dollars. It doesn't get to $1 million, but a couple hundred. I left couple $100,000. All of that makes it really hard to just decide to quit. You have a most comfortable life as a software engineer, and to give it all up is a hard decision, but it's a decision that you must do, otherwise you can find yourself, or at least as I saw it in myself, I could find myself age 40 or 50, where all I can show for it is that I said, I made a lot of money engineering, yeah, but I didn't pursue my goals, I didn't leave the positive impact I hoped to leave on the world in a large scale, but I've got a lot of money and I did Kubernetes engineering all day for 20 years. I didn't want to do that. The next big thing to consider is my current financial stance. I've got a lot of savings and investing, which can allow me to not have a job for a few years. And if I adjust my lifestyle, even for more than 10 or even 20 years. But I don't want to eat up my nest egg and I don't want to live like that. So what I decided to do instead is get another gig that is part-time. So I will be able to invest more time into this content creation, into this YouTube channel, into my newsletter without giving up too much. My luck is that in engineering there is so much demand, and for seniors engineers, and in my past I've been CTO of 2 startups, so I have a lot of experience. So I could end up with a gig that is part-time, that is leaving me with not just covering my living costs, but helping me have more money to invest every month. So I'm really glad that I'm in this point in my life. So I had to give up some of my income, but I didn't have to give it up all just yet. And I'm in a stance where I can invest more time into this YouTube channel and into my other endeavors. As an aside here, I want to address something that a lot of my friends and other people I talk to asked me, which is the question, why won't I just manage other people's money? If I'm talented with investing, why should I just create content about it in YouTube? Why not opening my own fund or just go to work as an analyst in some other fund? And my answer for that is that it might get me to the point on my investing wants, because I really like to research companies and do this kind of stuff. But on the side of having a positive impact on the world, I'm not so sure, because if you manage your own fund, or if I work for other funds, typically the people that can invest with these funds, if it's not a mutual fund, of course, I talk about hedge funds and family funds, which is something that I can open. It means that only accredited investors and people who are already very rich can invest with me, and so I'm not really helping in a large scale and not for the people that I really want to help. The rich people will get along just fine without me. But if I can create good impact for the other people, I prefer to do that, or at least try for a few years. And by the way, if you want to help me achieve this goal and help more people, a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel will help me tremendously to reach other people and grow this channel and just create more content about investing for everyone. Next, I want to go to reasons that I decided to leave right now that are related to Monday. The first thing is my options grant. As an employee in a startup company, you usually have an agreement that you get an options pack for 4 years. You get this amount of options to buy stocks at this amount of price, which is very, very low typically. And the amount of stocks that you will get options to are spread in 4 years. The first vesting of stocks is after you work at the company for at least 1 year. And I've been in Monday for more than a year, so my option stocks are already vested and I got them, so I'm not missing at least the first package. So that's the first thing I needed to happen. The next thing is that I made a large impact. I didn't want to leave the company before I made a very good impact, where the deal for Monday was worth it. I wanted the people at Monday to say, it was worth it to have Sneer. He's given us so much and we're glad he had this time. Because when you come to a new company, usually it takes a few months to get up to speed and really contribute to the company. It depends on what the role you have and the company and its complexity, etc., etc. It can take 2 weeks, it can take 1 month. You can even have the first code committed to the repository in the first day, but what I'm talking about is real impact, something that is significant. And within my over a year of Monday, I led some great projects and some great changes to the company that I'm sure are having a very big impact. So I wanted to make sure that I did a good job, because they were kind enough to give me this job and accepting me. I don't want to betray this trust, so I had to have good impact on the company before I leave, and I'm surely did that. Now, I want to say Monday is super great company to work for, and all the people there are super generous and super professional, and it was an honor for me to work with this kind of people. But all the things I explained here is not a problem with Monday in itself. It's something that happens as a growth pains. Monday as a company is growing, and they needed to decide on titles and professional progression in the company, and then they needed to hire more people, and to get the people into the company they needed to give them proper titles. So it left me behind, and it's something that happened personally for me. It's not a problem that is continuing to happen in the company, and it's something that happens in every big company. You can't run without this kind of things in every big company. It happens all the time. I'm actually glad that it happened to me, and it put me in this position that gave me the last push. Because haven't this happened, I might have stayed with Monday for a few more months or even years, and postponed my dream to go after these goals of putting more effort into investing and into creating content. So I'm actually glad I won the bad lottery of being exactly in the position that put me in this situation. So guys, that's it. That's the reason that I left right now, and that's the reason that I left in general, to invest more time into my goals of creating content about investing. If you think you want to learn more about investing and you think you want to do it for me, hit subscribe on this YouTube channel and a like to the video. It helps me a lot, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.